Hi, in today's video, I would like to talk about 10 early signs of autism that may appear in infants and toddlers, often before the age of 2. As I mentioned in my previous videos, autism spectrum disorder is a neurodevelopmental disorder that affects social communication and behavior. The signs or symptoms of autism could appear in early childhood, often before the age of 2. The most common signs are: first, lack of eye contact. Infants with autism may not make consistent eye contact or avoid eye contact altogether. The lack of eye contact can be manifested in different ways. Some individuals with ASD may avoid eye contact altogether, while others may appear to make eye contact but not for the same length of time or with the same level of intensity as neurotypical individuals. Some individuals may also look at other parts of a person's face or body rather than the eyes. Second, delayed communication. Children with autism may not start babbling or talking by 12 months or may not speak as many words as their peers. They may have difficulty using gestures such as pointing or waving to communicate. Infants and toddlers with ASD may not show interest in engaging in social communication with others, such as responding to their name or making eye contact. Third, lack of response to name. Children with autism may not respond to their name being called or other sounds, voices around them. They may not turn their head or may take a longer time to look at the person that calls their name. Infants and toddlers with ASD may not look at the door when someone is coming in or when some sound toys are used around them. Fourth, repetitive behaviors. Infants with autism may repeat certain actions or movements such as hand flapping or spinning objects over and over. They may make repetitive vocalizations such as humming or repeating the same words and phrases. Children with ASD may engage in repetitive play such as lining up toys or spinning objects. They may become upset or agitated when there is a change in daily routine, and they are tended to develop intense interest in specific topics or objects. Fifth, a lack of social interaction. Children with autism may not engage in social play with peers or show interest in people around them. They may not initiate eye contact, respond to their name, smile, laugh, or show affection towards others. Sixth, limited play skills. Children with autism may engage in repetitive or stereotyped play behaviors or have difficulty engaging in social play with others. Infants and toddlers may not engage in pretend play, such as pretending to feed a doll or pretending to drive a car. They may have limited interest in toys and engage in repetitive play, such as spinning wheels or lining up toys, rather than playing with toys in a functional or imaginative way. Seventh, delayed or atypical language development. Children with autism may have difficulty with communication, including delayed speech, echolalia, or unusual intonation. They may use pronouns incorrectly, such as referring to themselves as you instead of I. Also, they may use unusual intonation patterns when speaking, such as flat or monotone voice. 8. Unusual sensory responses. Children with autism may be hypersensitive to certain sensory stimuli, such as loud noises, bright lights, or certain textures, and may overreact to them. On the other hand, some infants and toddlers may be hyposensitive to certain sensory stimuli, such as pain or cold, and may not react to them appropriately. They also may exhibit unusual responses to sensory stimuli, such as staring at lights or spinning objects, or may become fixated on certain sensory experiences. 9. Difficulty with transitions. Children with autism may have difficulty with transitions or changes in routine, becoming upset or anxious when routines are disrupted. Changing the location of the bed, table, or a ball pit can be a trigger for distress. They are rigid and may have difficulty adapting to new situations, adjusting their behavior, and transitioning from one activity to another. Infants and toddlers may have a hard time leaving the home to go to school, transitioning from the car to a grocery store, or moving from preferred activity. 10th and last, unusual motor behaviors. Children with autism may engage in repetitive or stereotyped motor behaviors, such as hand flapping or body rocking, or may have difficulty with gross and fine motor skills. They may assume unusual postures, such as standing on their tippy toe or walking on their tippy toe. They may be delayed in acquiring gross motor skills such as crawling, walking, and running. Infants and toddlers may have difficulty coordinating their movements, such as jumping, hopping, or catching a ball. Children with ASD may be delayed in acquiring fine motor skills, such as grasping objects, manipulating small items, or using utensils. It is important to remember that every child with autism is unique, and not all children with autism will display all of these early signs. If you have concerns about your child's development, it is important to talk to your healthcare provider or a qualified healthcare professional for an evaluation. I hope this video helped you better understand some of the most common early signs of autism that may appear in infants and toddlers. If you have any questions, type them in the comments below. Also, please hit the like button and subscribe, as I will be sharing important information on how to help individuals with autism reach their full potential in my weekly videos. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.